Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm recapping the MLS Conference Finals of the 2024 MLS Cup Playoffs. Tell you how many predictions I got right. Talk about what the MLS Cup is. Talk about the news surrounding it. All that. There you go. Reacción de la conferencia final de la MLS. Simple. So, we have finished the Eastern Final, the Western Final. We have an MLS Cup, and we have some not-so-breaking news that we can talk about that I'm sure everybody knows about, but we'll touch on it once we get to MLS Cup. Or I guess also once we get to the Western Conference Final. Either way, Eastern Conference Final, Orlando City SC 0, New York Red Bulls 1, Orlando City SC 0, New York Red Bulls 1. I had this one right. I called it. I said the Red Bulls would win the Eastern Conference Final. I predicted them to win the East. I'm not surprised. Was it a hard-fought match? Actually, both matches ended up 1-0 when it came down to it. But was this a hard-fought match that Red Bulls did control for good parts of it while on the road? Yes. Did I think they looked like the better team? Yes. Over Orlando? Yes. Scoring the goal that they did, that pretty much killed the game? Yeah. Did they allow Orlando to chase the game and try to get back into it once they did? Score? Yeah, they did. But they defended with their hearts on their sleeves. They gave everything to hold that lead. They wanted to score, and they trust themselves to hold that lead. Was it questionable? Maybe. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to go and make it work. You know, sometimes you got to make things go and just work. Work. And they did. And they did. They made it work. They played a good game of football as it is. And you're like, damn. You thought maybe, just maybe, it was going to be questionable. And you thought maybe Orlando could find something. They did not. They did not. Orlando didn't look horrible. What I think is they just weren't as good as the Red Bulls. I think the Red Bulls wanted this more. They are a better team than a 7 seed at this point with how Forsberg's playing. They're overplaying their seed. But with how some of this year went, they're at the 7 seed because of that. But they're playing way better than a 7 seed should. And they earned making the final. Well deserved. I was right about this one. 1-0 on my predictions. 1 for 1 on my conference final predictions. Western Conference Final, LA Galaxy 1, Seattle Sounders FC 0. LA Galaxy 1, Seattle Sounders FC 0. I had this one right as well. I got both conference finals right. I had the Galaxy going through. This game was much tougher than I expected, but it turns out LA Galaxy themselves expected this one to be very tough. That they weren't shocked that it was a 1-0. That they weren't shocked that the match turned out the way it did. They weren't. I was with the way they've been playing. And they still were free-flowing at times. They also looked beatable at times in this match. But late on, Ricky Puig, on a blown knee, by the way, he was playing on a torn ACL at the time, pinged a ball into Dejan Joveljic on a quick breakaway to make sure they could score. He popped it in. Dejan Joveljic did. There's your winner, 86th minute goal. I don't know what's crazier, that it took Ricky Puig to blow out his knee to assist a goal, or that he played 30 minutes on a torn ACL, because yes, Ricky Puig tore his ACL. And no, it wasn't Christian Roldan's fault, as some people like to say. It was on the play where he pivoted wrong, and as it normally is for ACL injuries, non-contact. I hate it for Ricky Puig. He's out for most of next year as well. I think more of the worry for the Galaxy, honestly, at this point, is next year without him. Most of next year without him. I think they can win and still are the favorites for MLS Cup without him. They can handle 90 minutes without him. The question is what happens after? When you don't have momentum, when you do have something to fight for, but it's not burnt in your mind like it is right now. It's interesting, but I think the Galaxy did enough to win. It sucks they lost Ricky Puig for Saturday, but they made it to the MLS Cup final. I was right about that as well. Tough match, but they got it done. 2-0 on my predictions, 2 for 2 on my conference final predictions. So the MLS Cup I predicted is the one that's happening. MLS Cup 2024, LA Galaxy versus the New York Red Bulls. LA Galaxy contra New York Red Bulls in Carson, California. That's what we have. No Ricky Puig. Marco Reus might play. I would hope so at this point. Gabriel Peck is still Gabriel Peck. That's the good news. Red Bulls are on fire right now. This made it a lot easier for them to shock the world because beating Galaxy is still shocking the world, in my opinion. Yes, the Red Bulls have won games they weren't supposed to this whole playoffs. They beat the Crew twice. They beat NYCFC. They went to Orlando, beat Orlando. They've had 4 upsets out of 4. And arguably, the squad that the Galaxy has, you could easily compare to the Crew, where it is now. Of course, with Puig, I still think they are the best squad right now that the Red Bulls have played. And even now, without him, I still think it's an argument between Columbus on paper and LA, even without Ricky Puig. But the Red Bulls have shocked the world for a month and a half, right? Or basically half. Yeah, a month and a half, give or take. Damn near 2 months. They've shocked the world. If you want to talk about their late season form, there you go as well. So, I'm not making a prediction until Friday. Let's just get this clear. I'm just talking about the game. I'm just giving you my thoughts first off. Or at least a video prediction. I mean, depending on where you look, I've probably already given it. But right now, I know where I'm leaning. Is it my official prediction? No. But right now, as it stands, I feel like, yeah, the Galaxy are still the favorites. The Red Bulls could still shock the world. Not saying they can't. What I will say is I do believe that it's a lot closer than it was before we knew Ricky Puig blew out his knee. And I bet he wishes he could play on it for 90 minutes. They won't let him. But I know he's probably devastated, but it's now 60-40 instead of 75-25 or whatever, you know? You know, that's where we are now. Would I still bet on the Galaxy? Yes. Will I? No. But would I? Yes. With that being said, it's going to be interesting to see how Saturday goes. But we have the Cup. We know who's in it. We'll make our prediction on Friday. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once you're subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for 2 lives, 1 review. We will be live. It's a suit day as well, by the way, because it's a second leg of a final and 3rd place. We'll be live for Mocha FC versus Real Hope FA, the second leg of the 3rd place game of the Caribbean Cup. First, of course, at 3 o'clock, 2:55. And then I will be live at 6 o'clock for the final, the second leg of the final, Sabao versus Cavalier in the Caribbean Cup. live, and then we'll review it once it's over. A big old suit day, by the way. Wednesday's also a suit day because we got the second leg of the Caribbean, or not the Caribbean, the Central American Cup final. El Diablo Valencia versus Real Esteli live review. That's the only thing on Wednesday. Thursday, we're off. Friday, predictions for the MLS Cup. Another suit day on Saturday for the actual live and review of that final. Sunday off. Monday, you'll see what the week after this is. But we still got some stuff to do after this week. So there you go. Oh, wait. I will be making a Club World Cup draw reaction video. No live stream on Thursday. So, no live, but one video. There you go. Probably come out pretty early, considering. But with that being said, I'll see you later. We got a pretty hyped week. And there we go. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you tomorrow.